Yo, what's up, all you stone cold, super fly, illmatic, fish keeping fucking devils? You watching AQUATICS with me, AQUA. And I thought, you know what would be cool? I'm really having fun doing this biotope right here, and I want to do a video going over basically how to get an aquarium, how to get your tank set up as a biotope for free using everything you have in your area. You want to see something cool? Watch this. What up, baby? Hey, yo, ducks. You on AQUATICS? You got something to say? Look at your face, man. What happened to you? You look like you broke out in something. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I said free and I meant it. The stuff that I'm about to use, a lot of people have laying around, and all you have to do is just ask for it. Sometimes you have it laying around because you attempted to do aquarium in the past and you gave up on it. Using this lamp right here, it's got a little LED light, it's a little clip lamp, and a little 10-gallon tank here. I have this little air pump, and I have some airline tubing with a check valve. That's all I'm going to use, and hopefully by the time I get done with it, you're going to see something similar to that. Alright, so let's get an up close and personal look at this this water system right here. Fish keeping, a lot of fish keeping is observation. So what you want to do is, just like you're observing your aquarium at home and what goes on in the aquarium, you want to observe the area that you plan on picking from. So let's get down and look at what's down in here. Alright, so we noticed that we're only using a 10-gallon, so we're not going to use plants that are too deep in the water. That particular depth would, you know, make sense for a 10-gallon. We got a branch right there. We see sporadic areas of just plain old dirt, not gravel. It's not pink and purple and rainbow. It's not white sand. It's just regular old dirt. And we seem to have two different types of plants here. We got these darker, shorter plants, and then we have these longer broadleaf plants. So I think that's what we're going to do. We also have some leaf litter. You see that like bright green leaf? There's another type of plant that's dark green out there, but you know what? Funk ain't getting wet today. Let's walk around and see what other things we could find that we can incorporate into our aquarium. All right, well look, let me get a closer look. Now, do you see here? You see those little round plants that are at the top of the water? That is something that you think you would go good in your aquarium, right? And if you wanted to have plants growing to the top of the aquarium, it would be fine. But we're not going to use this because we're not worried about having floating plants. Those plants probably don't do well if they lived underwater for their entire lives. It seems like they have to be above it. Something else I noticed. Look at that. Green, nasty slime. Now you don't want to collect that. Chances are you might end up getting it anyway, so let's not help the situation by adding. Alright? You might get lucky and find, look, plants already that have been pulled up by the ducks. So we're going to go ahead and get some of those plants and a lot of these grassy plants. Hey, look at the duck with the facial deformities. You know something I noticed? I don't see too much here. I don't see any rocks in the water as far as gravel goes, and I don't see a whole lot of sunken logs. As far as the rocks go, come on, use your imagination. If I threw a rock in there, guess what? It's part of the ecosystem. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some creative liberties, and I'm gonna find some rocks in the area, and I'm gonna go ahead and use them. Who's to say those rocks ain't deeper in the water? It's still the area, you know, it's still the same area. As far as the wood goes, I'm gonna go ahead and break me off some branches of this wood over here, any laying around branches, whatever I find, and the leaves I'm gonna grab. But let me go ahead and collect some of this stuff, and then we're gonna talk about collecting dirt. Alright, so I had to dig down deep underneath into the dirt to get it at the root, but it's fine anyway because I'm going to use the same type of dirt in the tank. I got me some of this stuff. This is the bigger stuff that was floating. I got some of that, and I got more some of this. So I think I collected enough plants let's go ahead and get some dirt and some rocks and some sticks and stuff to decorate. So this dirt is perfectly fine to put in there. I just used this area because I was positive there's no dog landmines. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect this dirt. I'm not gonna show you collecting dirt because I'm sure you can figure that out on your own. All right, so I did my collecting. I got my dirt right here. You know, it's about this full. I got all those main little plants that I wanted to get right there. But here's the little plants right there. Here's another type of plant that was over there. And I got this cool branch right here. I found me some little gravel rocks. I don't know where these came from, but they're in the area. And like I said, don't get hung up on all the details. Just get what's in the area. You know, is it a biotope from the Amazon? No, it's not. It's the biotope from my apartment complex in Tampa, Florida. So don't let nobody kind of go like, that's not a true biotope. It's a biotope of this area. In this stuff, there's some roots and stuff that I may not really want. I just want kind of pure dirt. So I'm gonna put my net over top of the tank, right? And get all the big stuff out of it so that there's nothing just but dirt in it. Yeah, that's good. Nah, well, I'm gonna go with the whole thing. I got it, so I'm gonna use it. That's what I think to it. See, actually, this dirt will help the plants grow better than gravel. I'm doing dirted tanks in my biotope, and it makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. I'm putting it that way. You know, a little bit more water. This is what we got. All right, this is what we got right there. All right, and one of the good things about keeping it this consistency right here and not filling it straight up with water is it's easier to plant the plants. So let's go ahead and start with this one. Now, when I got the plants, I don't know if you noticed, but I reached down underneath and grabbed from underneath and grabbed the roots, right? So let's go ahead. So I have dirt and roots in here, which is going to work to my advantage because it's not going to want to fold up. Let's go ahead and put that clump right there. Those little plants in there. So we're gonna put it. Let me stick these in this back corner right here. Let's go ahead. See that one? It has a little bit of root on it right there. See that little root? That's what you want. You want that right there. And I know you guys know how to plant plants because I've seen you guys do it. Oh, look at that. That's one big piece. Straight. Let's go ahead and drop a bunch of those rocks right there. Alright, so I don't know what happened to the film, but there's some Kung Fu theater action going on where the audio is not matching up with the video, so it looks like you're watching Kung Fu theater. For those of you too young to know what Kung Fu theater is,
you better ask somebody. Ha 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 ha.
So look at this is what we got. You see that? So in this corner right here I left open because that's where we're gonna put the filter that I'm about to show you to make. This area right here I got some of the longer plants that I got, and all these bushy plants are gonna be pretty much filling up the whole entire aquarium. So honestly, originally I would have tried this without a filter, because all these plants would be filtering out the water and providing aeration for the fish. But unless you knew a whole lot about, if you had the biological filtration down pat, we're gonna go ahead and put a filter in there. And all biological filtration is your aquarium gets these bacteria. This bacteria, we call it beneficial bacteria, and this beneficial bacteria eats up all the bad stuff out the water. Plants do that also, so that's what I'm saying. You might not even need it, but we're gonna go ahead and make one just in case you want one. We're gonna get a water bottle like this, and we're gonna poke holes on the bottom of it. All right. We're gonna poke holes at the bottom of it. Not big holes, just enough for to get. This is a cheap bottle, man. all right, you can cut lines and then you can do whatever. Just as long as water gets through it, you know. I'm about to stab myself, that's what I'm gonna do. So, yeah, I'm just gonna put, so originally this was gonna be all nice and neat and everything, but whatever, man. Alright, I'm gonna put this in there, see? Put that in there, and just fill it with rocks. I'm gonna have a check valve on the outside of the rocks. You just fill it with rocks. You can, the smaller the rocks, the better. But whatever, man. I mean, I'm sure you can find, there's all types of biological filtration. You can use sponge, because sponge creates a surface to house biological filtration. I'm just gonna go ahead and start this. You don't need me watch. Do you really need to watch me? There's something on my hat. Right after I finished that filter, my daughters called me away, so I had to, you know, come back to it. I did manage to fill the tank up. There was nothing really to see about that. I got the filter going. I'm gonna do a round 2, so look out for that. You're either gonna be grossed out or you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, that's weird, that's incredible. Either one. I'm kind of both in the middle. I'm grossed out and I'm intrigued at the same time. And I'm gonna show you that in the second half. I'm gonna show you how the filter's working and how the plants came out. Tank is still murky, and by the time I come around for part 2, it'll be nice and clear, and I think you're gonna be pleased.